Welcome to Dan ERG YouTube. Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakweno Holding. They explain the reason why you need CFO for your land. Make I leave you, make you hear from Comrade Stanley Osaze. Enjoy the video.
A great good morning to ever conscious Edo people worldwide. I remain my humble self, your number right activist, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakweno Holding, the Coordinator General, Edo Diasporal Connect Worldwide, and the CEO, Stanley Sadi Enterprise, the CFO man, Edo State. Yes, this morning I think it is very proper for us to enlighten ourselves in respect to the CFO activities. I also have come out with this idea in the afternoon, but I may be engaged seriously because we've commenced our work. We are going to start our work this morning with a 20 plot of land survey. So I think before my staff comes in, let me quickly identify some of the loopholes and some of the encumbrances that people encounter in the course of the CFO application process. Now, before we go into details, it is expedient that we understand what the antecedent of certificate of occupancy in Nigeria and how it became the strongest document as far as land administration is concerned in Nigeria. Now, the CFO, otherwise known as the certificate of occupancy, ably called by professionals as the statutory right of occupancy, found its way into Nigeria in the 70s. The Land Use Act of 1978, as propounded by the Obasanjo administration, came out with the idea of the certificate of occupancy. And what was the brain behind it? As at then, the state and federal government was having difficulties in having access to land. Where necessary for federal government or state government to carry out development, land speculators, communal activities prevented the federal and state government from having access to land. So the only panacea to address such situation and to ensure that lands in every state is managed properly and at the same time not taking an advantage of the state interest or taking advantage of the state interest and against their will, or at the same time taking what belongs to the state to the federal government, the Obasanjo administration came out with the idea, the Land Use Act of 1978. In the Land Use Act of 1978, you have every state, every land in this state was saddled in the hands of the governor. That does not mean that the governor owns the land. Get it clear? The governor in turn owns the land for the common benefit of the people. And in this case, the governor of the state was not saddled with the responsibility to issue what we call the statutory right of occupancy, the certificate of occupancy. But under this law, the law recognizes right to communal land as well. And the federal government looked at it that if this law is emanated and it takes over the right to communal land or what we call the customary right of occupancy, it therefore means that the federal government is now taking an advantage of the current situation because of the fact that the federal government is the biggest government in Nigeria. So to avoid such situation, the state government will saddled with the responsibility to manage land affairs. That is to say, the federal government have no land in Nigeria except the land accruing to the federal government, like the Federal Housing Estate and those controlled by the Federal Housing Authority. You have authority. Yeah, you have the state planning, the State Housing Board. Are you getting the point? You have the State Housing Board as well, who is in charge of every lands, or where you have housing estate owned and controlled by the state government. Now, why did the Obasanjo administration came out with this idea? Some of you will recall the Operation Feed the Nation idea under the Obasanjo administration. And for the Operation Feed the Nation to be able to see the light of the day, the need to acquire land for the overall interest of the people became so sacrosanct. So state government were willing to now approve land for the federal government to be able to carry out such exercise. Now, What about individual right to land? Mr. Matthew said he owns a land in the urban setting. The question is, where is your statutory right of occupancy? Where is your certificate of occupancy? The right for you to own land in that particular area. And in the Land Use Act of 1978, the power of the government is so enormous and high that the state government have within the prerogative or within the will of the state government can acquire and revoke land, or let's use the word acquire land, for the overall interest of the people. And it's called overriding public interest. What is now overriding public interest? For those who understand the law in respect to the British Town Country Planning Ordinance of 1946, the British Town Country Planning Ordinance of 1946 that was later adopted by each state, like the Edo State now adopted the British Town Country Planning Ordinance Cap 165 of Edo State. Every state now decided to adopt it in respect to various caps to be able to suit their need. To be able to suit their need as a state. Excuse me. Yes, it's out. Domosa, we'll give him today. Domosa, I read live video, but we'll give him today. No problem. Hello, I'm on a live video. I said we'll give him today. We'll resume officially today, yeah. Epa, I will call you back. I'm on a live video, please, Egui. So, that is how it came to be. So the state government has the right whatsoever to acquire land for overriding public interest. And now, in the process of acquisition of land, government might say this specific area have been acquired for so and so infrastructure. Government might say this specific area has been acquired for so. That is why, as we speak today, virtually every communities in Edo State have one location or the other that is called government land. And when you talk about government land, it is of different category. That is why when somebody wants to buy land, it is expected that the person consult an expert to avoid a situation where you are buying a government land. Then when you talk about a land acquired by government, we have what we call category A, category B, category C, category D. The reason why I don't normally come out on a live video to discuss this is that there are so many persons who are in this same business. The truth is, they might not know it, but they want to watch this video to now come back to re-explain. That's why I always call people to say, if you want to know, just call me, I will tell you. But I think I received the call yesterday night in respect to C of O application, and I think it's very proper for me to explain to avoid a situation where some persons will fall prey into such mistakes of my would-be clients that have just commissioned us to carry out a perimeter survey on his land, so as to apply for a statutory right of occupancy. Now, as I was saying, without due respect to everyone, if you have applied for a C of O application and you mistakenly, the land falls within category A, I would just advise you, remove your eye from that kind of land, because category A shows that government is very interested on such land. And where do you have this category A in Edo? The Obas, those Yekogba, they have category A. I don't want to spoil the name of any community, so that's what I will not mention. But for those who commission me, before you buy land and you call me, I will tell you this area, this area, this area. And you cannot go there to say this is a government land. This is not a government land. you have to take a chart and confirm if it's government land. Now let me give you a classical example. What happened to me in the past? I was making a live video. Somebody saw the video. He called me. He said, "Comrade, I saw you talking about land verification exercise. Please, I want to buy a land in Ogba area, close to what's the name of this place? Scout office in Ogba." So they called me. He said he wants to just confirm if it's a government land. On getting there, my dear, we took a chart. Then I sent the chart to appropriate quota. The chart, the report of the chart did not only say that land is a government land. They gave me the name of the area, the category, the name of the area, the category, and the kind of land. I quickly advised the client, please, this is a government land. As we speak, the client went to somewhere like Egba to go and buy land. And he called me. "Comrade, I bought a new land. Please, go and survey it. Go and..." As we speak, he was thanking me. And at the end of the day, there was so many honorarium attached to it. Because he almost paid over 3 million naira for 100 by 100 in a land belonging to government. Now look at their disadvantage. So a person may think that, no, government, they come, I beg you. First, when you apply for a C of O on that land, they won't give you. Even if you pay everything, and let me quickly state this, paying for C of O application is not enough for you to have a C of O. Paying all the necessary dues is not enough for you to have a C of O. Except if one, that land truly belongs to you. 2, that land is not a government land. 3, there is no dispute on the land. When there are dispute on land, you cannot have a C of O on such land. You cannot have a C of O on such land. So paying application fee, or paying the tax clearance, or paying at times when you get access to assessment, maybe you will be issued a C of O. Now, what about land that is in category A, B? At times, let's forget about A. At times you get C of O in area of category B, category C, and category D. But category A and B are almost the same. Now, I don't want to mention the name of one businessman who sells the land. This man is selling government land, but he has a C of O, and that land is category B. But the reason why I will not advise my client to go there to go and buy is that a C of O may be issued to you, fine. When another government comes into be, and they notice that that land is really a government land, and because of the fact that I know that C of O came even before the Obaseki administration, the government will come to say, we have acquired this area. No, the C of O, the government have the right to revoke such C of O. But I think those who bought as a result of the fact that they saw the C of O might be adequately compensated, because a government is continuum. For a government to issue a statutory right of occupancy to someone, it should be respected by all successive government or administrations. So these are the issues in respect to C of O in Nigeria. Now, beyond that, we are still drawing the historical antecedent of the statutory right of occupancy. Now, what about right to community land? That is why, as of today, when you buy a land, even if you go to the GIS office, you want to apply for a C of O, and you come with a main lawyer document without community approval, or without what we call the Oba approval. As we speak today, the Oba has saddled with the communities with the responsibility to have communal approvals. So maybe you just get to the GIS, I want to do C of O. You brought out a document like what I saw yesterday. A client of mine brought a paper. There are no approval. I called him and said, we are only submitting, but it will be difficult for you to have a C of O on this land, except you go and bring that approval that is associated with this land. So community as well have a right to communal approval. That is why before a GIS issued you a C of O, they will request from you the customary right. Customary right is of two ramifications. One, when you buy a land from the community, let's say you bought 100 by 100 from a community. Then the 100 by 100 that you bought from the community will issue you what we call community approval. If you buy from the community, you don't need lawyer to write any document. No. All you need is for someone to be there as a witness, and the community will issue you the approval. Sometimes they will issue you a receipt of payment alongside your approval. It varies from community to community. But now, let's take an example. Where you need a lawyer, this is where you need a lawyer. Osakwinokwodim bought a land from the community elders and the youths, as the case may be. And I was given an approval, boldly written, name, address, name Osakwinokwodim, address, blah, 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 date, blah, 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 time, everything written. Then I come out with my beacon number. It is written on it because there are always space in writing your beacon number, my beacon number, and they issued me the approval. I can go directly to that land without going to see a lawyer. And when you produce that approval in any court, it is admissible in court. But now, in a situation where Osakwinokwodim bought from the community, and I want to sell to Stella Agbe and Bright Destiny, for an example, Stella Agbe now needs a lawyer, or Bright Destiny needs a lawyer to come to say, now, Mr. Osakwinokwodim bought a land from so and so community measuring 200 by 200. Mr. Osakwinokwodim is now willing to transfer 100 by 100 to Stella Agbe or Bright Destiny at a cost of so and so. Now, in this case, lawyers will not tell you, some of these quack lawyers, not all lawyers, quack, will not tell you that in this approval, the original owner, which is Osakwinokwodim, who bought from the community, the name must be in the approval. Then if I'm transferring to you, when I transfer to you, the name in the approval must be the same name in the signature. But lawyer will say, give me the approval, give me the approval. Your name is not in the approval. But they are saying, one man will just come from somewhere, this is the approval, he will just sign and collect money. And lawyer want to collect the money for deed of transfer, 30,000, 40,000. He will not tell you the simple truth. He will just collect the money and give you. I have seen such cases more than 30 times. I advise them on what to do. I advise them on what to do. So that is the point in respect to CFO. Now, let's go to CFO proper. You want to apply for a CFO. Mr. Osakwinokwodim bought a land from Mr. John. And when Mr. John bought this land, Mr. John did a survey on such land. Let's say the survey is 100 by 100, and Mr. John wants to sell to Osakwinokwodim, and I want to apply for CFO. I cannot use the survey of Mr. John to apply for CFO because the survey is boldly written, Mr. John, and Osakwinokwodim needed a CFO on such land. And Mr. John has sold to me, and he has transferred all the documents to me. All you need to do is to reconduct a perimeter survey on such land. The survey sent to you by Mr. John is not admissible in the GIS office. No. Except if you are doing the CFO more for Mr. John, which will now reinvigorate his right to such land. And again, whatever you are buying a land, and the person already had the CFO, they will not issue you a new CFO. They must consult that same person to say, come, you have a CFO on this land. They will withdraw the CFO from the person if there is an agreement. They will withdraw the CFO from the person. They will reissue that same CFO to you. But in this case, it will not be your name. Every details on that land will be transferred to you. So you cannot say, when somebody has already done CFO, you're just going to want to do CFO. No. You must seek the consent of that same person. Because there is no two CFO on one land. Once, I want to tell you now for an example. Any state that does CFO, the entire land in the state has been captured. That is why under the Obaseki administration, they are now using what we call the GIS. Do you know what GIS means? Geographical Information System. It uses what we call the remote sensing techniques. It is an idea of getting details about a phenomenon without getting in contact with such a phenomenon. It's secondary process of data collection. It is secondary process of data collection. So every land in Edo State, every land is in the GIS. All they are doing now is for you to identify ownership, to say, I own this land. And the reason why CFO takes 3 months is this. They will never make the mistake to issue a CFO to you when you are not the owner of such land. It must be subjected to investigation, because once it is issued, it is finished. Once it is issued, it is finished. They will never make such a mistake to issue you a CFO when they know that you are not the owner of such land. So it is subject to investigation. And let me quickly open this secret to so many persons. People jump into the business of CFO. CFO business is supposed to be a professional business. You don't know what you don't know. When you ask some of them, say, hello, I want to do CFO. They say, how much is the tax? They'll give you separate money. How much is the CFO? Now, let me open this to us. CFO process application has 3 processes. 1, the application process in itself, where you need CFO is 50,000 naira, tax clearance is 100,000 naira. Then, this is the 2 money you first of all pay. When your CFO is going on, it will get to a stage where you have what we call assessment. That is after site inspection. There are times they will not go and inspect your site. They already seen the site. They already know. The GIS already got. They have already gotten all details in respect to that land. Your coordinates and everything is with them already. They can just issue CFO. You will be surprised. Yeah, they didn't even go for inspection. How? They already inspected you, but you were not aware. Now, after the inspection, there's what we call assessment. Assessment is based on use. It's just like you want to travel to America. You pay your American visa fee at the cost of 64,000 in the past. Now, after paying, you say, I want to enter flight. No, they will ask you, bring your supporting documents. Now, in respect to CFO, you need a perimeter survey. And survey is of 2 types. You have a law survey, otherwise known as government survey. You have a survey without lodgement. Virtually, and let me not say this, but I want to tell you, even if you are kissing Obaseki, you are, when he wakes up in the morning, he sees you. It's not enough for you to say you can have a government survey, because Obaseki is not in charge of government survey. Survey with lodgement is lodged and approved by the Nigerian Institute of Survey. That is when your survey is lodged, it becomes a national document. It becomes a national document. That is good. Then on lodge survey, some people will say, I beg, just one for me, no lodge and no get money. Fine. Survey is a requirement. You need your Nigerian means of national identification, international passport data page, your photograph, your driving license, as the case may be, one from all, national ID card, voter's card. One from the four, a means of national identification. You have to submit that. Then your passport photograph. I always advise people, when you are submitting your passport photograph, let your passport photograph be clean, if possible a white background, because your passport photograph will not only be, it will not be attached on the CFO, it will be engraved. It will just be the CFO in itself. Your photograph will be there. So when putting a picture, ensure the picture you are putting is one of your best. Don't just say I've made a quick one. No, because that document is going to carry the passport photograph that you submitted. Then you need a utility bill. Some people will say, like those in the diaspora will say, I don't stay in Edo. How come? The utility bill that you need is all they wanted is to have an address where an official correspondence can be sent to you. To have an address where an official correspondence can be sent to you. After that, if you are consulting Osaf Wino Holding or Standard Chartered Enterprise, we have what we call authorization form. We send it to you, you sign, you scan, you withdraw, and rescan it back, send it to us. That authorization form states that you are approved Standard Chartered Enterprise to carry out your full application on your behalf. Excuse me. These are the technicalities associated with this application process. Now, let us discuss about this assessment. Some people will say, they said we should pay. If anybody tells you to pay CFO 50,000, tax payers 100,000, and you think you finish payment, that person is deceiving you. There is what we call assessment. Assessment is based on the use to which such land is being put. The cheapest in assessment is agriculture. Even if the plot is 300,000 plot, the CFO application fee is 50,000, the tax plans is 100,000, assessment is 30,000 or 40,000, even if it is 500 plots, because the government is encouraging you to invest more in agriculture. Then what about if the land is 50 plots and you apply for commercial? Let's say an hotel company and the rest. At times you might end up paying assessment of 1.5 million. Then what about 100 by 100 residential? Assessment is not above 33,000, 35,000. It falls below, but it cannot exceed. High by 1 by 2. And this depends on the location. Many of them, they don't know these things, but they say, somebody called someone. After I tutored the person, he now called someone who is doing the CFO. He said, what about the assessment? The person responded by saying, no, assessment is 10,000 now. Then when you tell somebody 10,000, the person really agrees and gives you the 10,000. Later on, they now call you to say your assessment is 50,000. How will you now go back to tell the person now 50,000? That is why when I'm telling you, I will tell you, excuse me. Hello, good morning. Adeo, who they talk to me, Jude? How far na first? I not get you this your. No, yeah, those plans they with you now, be. Those plans they with you now. Okay. Okay, I'll block you. And as I reach where you did now, I'll drop those two names. They might collect those other plans where they'll come out so that we can distribute them immediately. I greet you, bros. Yeah, I'll control you. I did on live video. So, when you talk about assessment, you don't know. You have to say, now assessment at 10,000 now. How will you not go back to tell this person to give you. So that's why when I'm telling you, I will tell you assessment will come. Now 100 by 100 it has never exceeded 35k, and it depends on the location. One, you cannot compare 1 by 2 in Sapele Road with 1 by 2 in Idogo. Why that the Sapele Road might be 50,000 naira assessment for 1 by 2, Idogo might be 45. So notice, somebody said optimistic Emma Wura Godi. Sir, I am an agent. You said on the CFO, it sucks document. It sucks document for land user, and I think it should be addressed officially, not from the comfort of your bedroom. So many people will think you are presently addressing political issue as usual. Don't mix politics with an official duties. Yes, you are very right, sir. You are very right. But the truth of the matter is, I am talking as an agent. I never told you that the government commissioned me to speak for them. I am only talking to those who wants to apply through me, and for those who have applied, and those who have applied who have not been given the right information. I think the right information is proper as at this time. You want to collect money? Do you know that as we speak, I don't want to be saying everything. If you want to know more, just call me. I will give you all the necessary enlightenment that is expected. The reason why I have refused to be talking on social media in respect to the CFO, this thorough explanation, is that they will come, they will watch, they will not go back. After like 4 days, they will be speaking based on what they learned. Based on what they learned from the discussion. I am not saying this because I want to say. As an environmental professional, I read CFO as a course in itself. In itself. It's not as if I just say, I want to be doing it. I will tell you the reason why the CFO last 90 days. I've said that. But now, it will always peg us just for 4 months. Why? The Obaseki administration, as far as CFO administration is concerned, under this government, Obaseki will never allow. Excuse me. Hello? Where you dey? Okay, they come. Alright. They won't open gate now. My staffs are around, so we're about taking our leave for the work proper. Excuse me 1 minute. Babe. I don't need you. Why are you laying on the ground? Yes. As I was, sorry, excuse me, someone just called. Please excuse me. I'm going to give my new WhatsApp number out today. Excuse me, please, sorry. Okay. As I was saying, so you see them, they'll just, hey, oh yeah, they will not copy it. So as the truth is, I was shocked when someone yesterday called me to say there are form for married women and men. I shocked. I was surprised. Which when the form that is available, let me just keep mute. I'm not here to attack other people's business. We all have the right to do business in an atmosphere, but the message is just try to know exactly what you are doing before doing it. Do not go and tell a client that this is it. Later you are coming back to say, now outside survey, let me open this publicly. Outside survey, if you want to make a budget for 100 by 100 CFO application, outside my official charges, because as I've earlier said, I'm repeating it again, I will not bill anybody. I will not tell you this is the amount of money that you're going to give me. When I'm done, when we are commencing, just give me 10,000 naira from whatever you think you can give me. I will still use it to print your documents and whatever you submitted. Most especially those who submitted through online, WhatsApp and the rest, will print it out. Now, all you need is one CFO application fee 50,000, tax clearance 100,000, and this tax clearance of 100,000, if you have 10 land of the same name, this tax clearance is valid. It can cover all of the land. Then you need assessment. Make a budget of 35,000. 185,000 naira. You will not pay any other money. Your CFO will get to your doorstep. Apart from survey, you need to present your survey documents to the GIS office. That under a normal situation, when you buy a land, the first thing you're supposed to do is to carry out a perimeter survey on such land, even if you are not applying for a CFO. So these are the things we really need. Excuse me. Hello, good morning. My brother, you too much, sir. Same to you, boss. Okay, I be being a boss. Okay, very good. No problem, boss. Oh, see what you go do for me. Hello. As you just the anyway, you scan now. Send and give your brother. Your brother send and give me for WhatsApp. Because I want maybe say all this one they WhatsApp. Just scan and send that to your brother. Not send that to me direct. Send that to your brother. Your brother will send it to me so that all the documents go day one WhatsApp. Not means I'll go search one here, search one here. It may be confusing. So you send that to them, you go send that to me. They will print out. I greet you, boss. No be lie. I greet you, boss. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, boss. Thank you for your patronage. So that is it. Know about the assessment. After you pay that one, now but the assessment that be 180, 85 what you budget. Sometimes it might be 170. Sometimes it might be 172. Sometimes it might be 175. Sometimes it might be 180. Sometimes it might be 185. But for that 100 by 100, outside your survey and other requirements, you will not pay more than 180,000 naira to get a CFO to your doorstep. And the 100,000 naira we pay as tax, that 100,000 can do any other land within a period of 1 year. Know this. Know this. Now, I did do careful. I did do careful. Pew, 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 pew. You don't go, hey, do me. No. Ask them, what is the assessment? Assessment is based on the use to which land is being put. And when you talk about use to which land is being put, you have what we call the residential use, commercial use, recreational use, industrial use, and so on and so forth. There are different uses to which land is being put. So these uses is one of the determinants in determining what your assessment will be. A man that is building a hotel in 100 by 100, the assessment is higher than a man that is building a residential. But they call somebody and say, what about the assessment? They say, don't worry, we are working with the government. It's 10,000 now. Zero. Obaseki cannot waive assessment for you. The sitting governor of the state cannot waive assessment, because that is purely a government agency and not a political office. So these are the informations you need to know. Now I want to entertain some few questions. Please, if you have any question, write it on the comment section so that I will respond to you immediately, because I'm about rounding up. Any question, please? Let me quickly go through. Let me go through. Yes, you say, what about we in diaspora that don't pay taxes in Nigeria? Can't we be exempted? That is why the government pegged it at 100,000 naira for you. If those of us in Nigeria want to do a tax clearance, our tax clearance is about 250-300. But for those in the diaspora, your tax clearance is 100,000, because government knew that you are paying taxes somewhere and to avoid multiple taxation. I think I've been able to answer your question. Thank you. Next question, please. I'm having a bad network here on the other phone, so I cannot read through your question except it flashes. When to pay the assessment fee is what in what stage, sir? Yes, the assessment fee is paid when your CFO is about coming out, and the assessment fee is contained on the document. Also, when you cannot come back and tell you, say, they say me you copy assessment, your assessment like this. I should be able to send a document from the GIS office stating that this is the cost of your assessment. It's either you pay directly to them, account number may be provided, or you pay through me, your agent, to say, okay, I've seen the assessment, this is the money, go and pay. So assessment cannot be communicated verbally to say, now so they talk when they say, now your assessment be this way. No. Your assessment can only be based on what you use to which land is being put, and it must be on a well-organized government document that will be sent to you. So if anybody call you for phone saying, now so the assessment be, tell us no, let me see the assessment by government. So somebody say, but how are they going to know what you are building in the land? Because asking for before asking for the assessment fee. Yes, when you are filling the form, you must state what you want to do on the land. Let's take an example. You go and tell government that you have 30 plots in GRA and you want to hold agriculture. They won't allow it. In GRA, they won't allow it at all, because they know that you just came to lie. How will you say you want to go and use 50 plots in agriculture in GRA? Where will you even get 50 plots in GRA? Okay. Okay. Still waiting for your question, please, because I'm about rounding up. Waiting for your question. In absence of no other question, I want to call it a day, hoping, because the only reason that motivates this kind of video is when I noticed a specific problem on the part of would-be applicants. I was okay, the public need to be aware of this. So there is assessment in CFO. Now, my phone number is 07036109939. 07036109939. WhatsApp number. The second WhatsApp is 08120107155. I repeat, 08120107155. Then the direct line is 08079742172. Excuse me. Hello. How they come? All right. I did live video. How they come? If I may ask, yes, some person say, if I may ask, see your phone now for only those in abroad. Why are you guys not doing local awareness for our people at home? Because I asked some people back home, they said they don't know anything about CFO. Please, bro, you guys should try to do something, street awareness, so our people at home can do their CFO. Yes, they are doing CFO in Edo, but let me tell you, do you know why you need CFO more? Those of you in the diaspora, this is a very good question. All of us need CFO. In fact, where I am now, I have a CFO. I have a CFO. But let me tell you why you need a CFO. You know theirs. You differ. How many times you want to reach your site? Sometimes that your site you get. Some people they will get site when they are abroad. They have not seen it. But they tell themselves we site. I want to tell you one secret. Do you know that this our survey work don't reveal so many secrets to some of those in the diaspora? It gets some people when they tell say they get land. I don't see more than 4 cases like that. We bought the land for you. The pay you call commission and say, oh sir, please go and survey so and so now. Call to and so number. When we reach there, they don't see land show us. Otoero, Amado talk. But that one they hope say in get land. No land. We go softly do our own command because they did not send us to come and investigate whether they are land or not. Now only when you tell me, say, go and check if there is a land. Now I'll tell you, say, there is. If I read and say no land, I saw me call you, tell you, say, my dear brother, the area where we want for go work, the person who say me identify the land, enough is seen. So I believe when they see and they will call us again, we'll go work. Somebody is saying, Stella Berry, what's your question? I've not seen your question. What's your question, please? Let me check. I only see nice one. Please ask your question. I will answer. You know, I said this other phone, the network is bad here. So you were not there in Nigeria. Okay. I have not seen your question. Say, I have always asked you the same question, but you mostly ignore it. Let me delete my question and excuse myself from your platform. My dear, I cannot crack my head to go and look for what is not in existence. Check, where did you ask a question here? Check. I have not seen your question. If I see your question, I will respond. Please, you can ask your question and I promise to respond to them, but I have not seen. So that is it. These have revealed so many secrets. What of you reach the no land. No land. No. The difference between agricultural CFO and residential is that agriculture is about 25 years. Residential is about 99 years. So when it's 25 years, you renew. But the one for residential is once in a lifetime. How many people did reach 99 years? So that's that. So in absence of any other question, I remember humble self, your noble right activist, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwena Okwudi. Okay. I've sent the number. The final number is 08079742172. Call and remember. Thank you very much. We are going to our Lebuke this morning. I just want to address. You see, how long does it really take before the CFO get ready? We peg it at 4 months. It's supposed to be 3 months. But you know, when you send your documents through online, it takes time because you are not the only one. People, before you organize the document, print everything, compared to who just sent his document to say everything, this is everything you take. My brother is bringing it to you. You are going to submit the application the next day because everything is complete. But not this is the passport. This you go to print. Your staff will go here. So those ones will take some little time. But when every of the document is contained in an envelope, it's for them to submit to you. My brother and my sister say make I give you. It's for you to fill the form, ask them some few questions, staple, arrange, submission immediately. He said, can government issue CFO to 2 persons? They can issue CFO to anybody, but it depends. They cannot issue 2 CFO on one land. They cannot issue 2 CFO on one land. That's the basis. Thank you very much, Osakwena Okwudi. Have a lovely day. And don't ensure you patronize us. This is what we do. And by the power of our ubiquitous God Almighty, your CFO is in a safe hands. Your CFO application is in a safe hands. Let me say big bye for now. Hello, Ebasu. Alpha. What did it happen? Where Ogbe? Ogbe never reached here since. Okay. How your body? You see fit do it yesterday? Okay, it's not too much. Who will give you that information? Alright, I dey come. I dey on video, not give me any this thing. Alright, have a lovely day. Bye.
Abeg, help us share this video. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for dey current with all the things wey dey happen for Edo State. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.